In this corner, Scarlet Witch from the hit Disney Plus series Wandavision. And in this corner, Scarlet Witch from West Coast Avengers. Which witch is best for your collection? Place your bets. It's time for another Versus. Welcome to 5 Points of Articulation, where I review action figures and then articulate 5 points to help you decide if you want to add that figure to your collection. The 5 points I discuss are packaging, presentation, poseability, playability, and price. I'm Jason, and if you enjoy my content, please like, share, subscribe, do all the YouTube rigmarole. Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness is now in cinemas. To celebrate, today we're spotlighting the Scarlet Witch. Starting off the packaging, and each figure has been approached differently. The Wandavision version comes in a wonderful window box. Down here we got our Wandavision logo, and some concept art on the sides and on the back. Down here we have the other figures in the wave. This is when they first started to do the digital renders and hadn't quite gotten the hang of it yet. And if you got all the figures in the wave, you could make Captain America's wings. Moving over to West Coast Avengers, and she comes on a retro card. This, of course, is inspired by the old Toy Biz figures. The main difference is that the window box is designed to be resealable and is therefore more collector friendly. You hear that, Hasbro? Collector friendly. Anyway, getting back to Wanda, we have our West Coast Avengers logo up here, some character art on the side, and a star-spangled Scarlet Witch in the corner. Same picture on the back, and if you're curious, here's the write-up. Aesthetically, these nostalgic retro cards have been one of my favorite Marvel Legends gimmicks. Sadly, these two are being phased away. That said, as much as I do like the retro card, I much prefer the utility of the window box. For packaging, this round goes to live action. Moving on to presentation, and the Wandavision version stands at just under 6 inches, and the West Coast Avengers version stands at 6 1/4. First things first, and the West Coast Avengers version is completely reuse. This one was the original version, then they released this version in the Family Matters 3-pack. Although the hands are the same, they gave her proper gloves, they ditched the high heels, and they gave her an all-new head sculpt. And is it just me, or does she kinda look like Alexandra Daddario? As you can see, the new figure is simply a repaint of this one. And honestly, I think it's a vast improvement. I don't hate marbleized plastic as much as some people do, but for this it never quite seemed to work. For one thing, it looked like she was made out of candy, but for another, there just wasn't enough contrast. That said, I do prefer the pink on this one. And don't worry, we'll have plenty of fun with head swabs later. For the longest time, it felt like every female character had this head, and although I do much prefer this one, I can't help but wonder if this is too small or if this is too big. The Wandavision version, however, is a completely new sculpt. For on the top, we have a perfect likeness to Amy Lee of Elizabeth Olsen. Wonderful to see that she finally has her tiara, and her hair is absolutely gorgeous. That's another thing about the comic version that I really like that I forgot to mention. Tiniest bit of paint slop right there, which kind of bums me out. If you weren't aware, that hole is shaped like the Mind Stone, and is basically a built-in locket celebrating Vision. Like most MCU costumes, there's a lot of panels and piping, also a lot of texture. Real missed opportunity for a reverse ab crunch. More piping and textures down her legs and into her boots. Side note, her feet are very tiny. Additionally, the colors are a bit too bright, and she's also missing some silver accents. While the West Coast Wanda does look like she just stepped off of a comic book page, this figure is completely reused, and an outdated body mold at that. Wandavision, while not perfect, is a completely new sculpt and a whole lot of effort. For presentation, this round goes to live action. Moving on to poseability, and there's a lot of similarities between the two, but also a couple of notable differences. For on the top, Wandavision has a dumbbell joint at the base of her skull, and a ball joint at the base of her neck. West Coast Avengers, on the other hand, is one of the oldest Hasbro Lady Legends, and has nothing but a ball joint. Kinda looks like a gumball. The ironic part is because of their hair, they don't really get a whole lot of range anyway. West Coast can look side to side, as can Wandavision. Luckily, she can at least look a bit down. Both Wandas have swivel hinge shoulders with pretty decent range. They also have single jointed swivel elbows and swivel hinge wrists. The difference is that Wandavision's left hand hinges side to side, and her right hand hinges up and down. Shifting to the torso, and both figures have a diaphragm joint, they can arch back this far and hunch over this far. Below the waist, and both figures have ball joint hips. They can kick out this far, the comic version clearly much more so, and they can split this far. Both figures have thigh cut, and while both figures have double jointed knees, the Wandavision version is impeded by her skirt, whereas the comic version gets complete range. Moving all the way down, to both figures have typical Marvel Legends ankles, they hinge and pivot. The extra dumbbell joint and neck articulation gives Wandavision an edge, but the greater leg range of the comic version definitely balances it out. For poseability, this round is a draw. Moving on to playability, and both ladies come with these energy effects we've seen a bajillion times. Between the two, the Wandavision ones definitely stick out better. West Coast also comes with these effects that we've also seen a bajillion times. Wandavision, however, comes with energy hands. They're actually just a recast of her regular hands in translucent plastic. She also comes with one of the pieces to Captain America's wings. But playability is more than just accessories, it's also about how well your figure plays with others. And today, I've got a surprise. Here we have the very first Scarlet Witch action figure ever made. She was part of Toy Biz's Avengers line in 1997. As we can see, this was $10 a KB, which I seem to remember feeling was kind of expensive. Other figures in the wave included Loki, Thor, and Heroes Reborn Iron Man. She came with a pretty extensive bio, which, if you want to read it, pause here. She stands at 5.5 inches and has 5 points of articulation. This includes a swivel neck, ball-jointed shoulders, and V-style swivel hips. She also has a pretty sweet velvety cloth goods cape. If that wasn't enough, she also comes with this. I don't know what it does, but she comes with it. Maybe this? Putting them together, and it's amazing to see just how far Scarlet Witch has come. Not just as an action figure, but also as a character in the popular conscience. I love how both figures have the same little tufts of hair sticking out from underneath their tiaras. I don't have the Toy Biz one, but here's the All-Father Wave version. In some ways, I still prefer this one over the new one. Here we have the Family Matters 3-pack version. I'll be honest, I have never liked this one, and I'm really surprised at how the updated paint scheme of the new one has absolutely turned me around. But what is Wanda, if not Vision, persevering? I got mine loose, but I think we have a pretty good idea of what the box looks like. Wandavision Vision stands at just over 6 inches, and is mostly reuse. The head is new, of course, as is the clear plastic cape, which kinda makes him look like Laura Palmer. But that's not all. Just for the occasion, I also got Vision from West Coast Avengers. He stands at 6.25 inches, and is completely reuse. The head and cape are from an older Vision, the body is from Bucky Cap, and I'm not entirely sure which figure originally had bare feet. I know we recently saw them with Shang-Chi and Legion, but what I do know is that they were originally made in 2015 and have no peg holes. Each figure comes with a pair of open hands and a pair of fists. Also, the Wandavision version comes with another piece of Sam's wings. Unfortunately, the only other Vision figure I have is this one from the old animated series, but here they are, all together. For some MCU comparisons, here they are with Doctor Strange as he appears in Multiverse of Madness. Here they are with Integrated Suit Spidey from No Way Home. And here they are with Iron Man Mark III. For some comic comparisons, here they are with her brother Quicksilver. And here they are with 20th Anniversary Cap. For some West Coast Avengers comparisons, here they are with the Silver Centurion Iron Man. Here they are with War Machine, Julie Carpenter Spider-Woman, and Tigra. For another Disney Plus waifu, here they are with Captain Carter. And for no particular reason, here they are with Reed Richards and Professor Charles Xavier. For a 6-inch DC comparison, here they are with the Icons version of Wonder Woman. And for a 7-inch scale DC comparison, here they are with Zatanna. That would be a very fun battle. But as long as we're talking about scale, for a relative scale comparison, here they are with Pizza Spidey and the Spectacular Spider-Man. And of course, here they are with Stealth Iron Man. Watch yourself, you little witch. I've got a leg up on you. What legs? You know, I really shouldn't have telegraphed that. But playability is more than just accessories and figure comparisons. It's also about head swaps. First up, we've got the West Coast head on the Wandavision body. Not only do the reds and flesh tones match up really well, but overall I think this would really work as a more modern version of the character. Watch out though, because the whole neck likes to pop out. If this happens to you, to keep from damaging the plastic, wrap the neck in some paper towels and then use your pliers. Easy peasy. If you prefer your Wanda with darker hair, you could use the Family Matters 3-pack. Just note that the flesh tones don't match. That said, the cape makes for a very cool addition. If you're curious, here's what it looks like from the back. Not gonna lie, I really like this. It even works well with the West Coast head. I don't think that the All-Father Wave head works quite as well. None of the colors quite match and it does seem a bit too big. But if you really love that head sculpt and you want to know what it looks like on the West Coast body, well, here you go. Just be warned, the tiara is a bit too bright. Even so, the cape still works as a great accessory for Wandavision. The Wandavision head on the West Coast body, however, isn't quite there. Of course, the one you all want to see is the Wandavision head on the All-Father Wave body. Admittedly, the proportions are a bit cartoonish, but this is probably the closest we'll ever get to an action figure based on the Wandavision Halloween special. With both Wandas having such similar accessories, what it really boils down to is their compatibility with other figures. As much as I love the Wandavision version of the Scarlet Witch, she only wore this costume once. By the time Multiverse of Madness rolled around, they've already changed it. Simply put, West Coast Wanda has more displays where she fits in. For playability, this round goes to comic. This leaves us with nothing left to discuss but the price. The Wandavision figure originally came out before the price hikes. Now, both of these witchy women are available on Amazon for $24.99. For price, this round is a draw, meaning Wandavision wins 4-3. For a Doctor Strange versus, click here, or for another Disney Plus wave review, check out this video on Captain Carter. Did you see Multiverse of Madness, and if so, how did you like it? Sound off in the comments below, but please do avoid spoilers. I'll be back again real soon, but until then, play nice and have fun.